All right, so good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ava Seeley, and I am from Ava's Parties Design, and I wanted to share with you guys some pretty cool, I think, cool um, organization, tools and things that I use just to keep myself organized. One of the things that is so important in organizing is being able to find things, knowing where they are. Um, you know, you could have the cutest office ever, everything is flowery and pretty and colorful, but if you don't know where to find a 5-inch pink pearlized balloon, then you're not organized. So I wanted to show you guys some of the tools that I use to keep myself organized. So the first thing I'm going to just show you is my office space. And, okay, let's see
And,
here.
and just to let you know, Ava, your camera is still on if you wanted to keep it on for this part.
Oh, actually, I wanted just to show my,
Your screen.
yeah.
So you just click the green button for the move. There you go.
Okay. All right. So talking about being organized, I use Dropbox, and Dropbox is where I keep uh, all of my all of my files because everybody's digital now. So for all my Ava's Parties designs, I have this great file that I call working client. So anything that I receive from a client or I'm working on with a client, I'll save it in this so I'll know exactly what their decor look like. When they call me, I can quickly pull them up and etc. So again, create files, whether it's manual or digital, everybody's on a computer now. Create those files so you can actually find the stuff that you're looking for. So I am going to go to my desktop and I'm going to show you a few shots of my workspace. So this is basically my basement, and what I did is I stole half of my daughter's area and I put up these, I think they're wallpaper that I use my magnet clips to just clip onto the wall and kind of separate that area. So when you come down, you're not necessarily seeing all of my stuff right here. So my husband really appreciates that because the other half of the basement is where our TV and everything is. So that's number one. Um, Now, this is this is how I configure my workspace. And this is what's on the other side. So when you come in, I have my desk. I have a lot of balloon stuff. The first thing I have, so this is configuration one. So when I'm just working and I want to watch TV while I'm working or doing anything else, this is how I'll configure it. Now, the key to being organized is being able to move stuff. So if you look at the bottom of like my desk and my cart and everything is on wheels. The chair that I have is on wheels, my desk is on wheels, my carts are on wheels, because I need to be able to move everything out of the way. So if I'm working on a big balloon project, I'll have the space. So I can literally clear this entire area out and just fill it with balloons. So again, making yourself mobile, making things easily accessible, very important. So when I'm working on my projects, then my space might look like this because now I've moved my desk off to the side and I have my different areas where I can easily read stuff. So
And
now I'm
Ava,
going to talk about the different areas.
what was your big secret on how you're able to move those easily?
Oh, I put everything on wheels. You go to Home Depot and you buy these wheels. Look at how much weight they can carry. This is my daughter's desk that I repurposed. I stole from her, and I put wheels on it and I made it into my own. So look around your house. You have this stuff. You don't really have to go out and buy stuff. I mean, look within your home. You can convert a piece of furniture. You have an old anything, an old desk that you're not using, a dining room table, put some wheels on it and that's your work area. You really don't have to spend a lot of money. A lot of the stuff that you see here are repurposed for me. So even my little stool, I put wheels on that so I could wheel it around. Um, so so wheels is my secret. Everything is on wheels. So what I do now for organization is I have different areas set up. And the reason why I have my inflation area, so here's my inflation area. And it's just that little table right there. And it's a fold-away table, so I can quickly fold it out and move it out of the way. And again, you can see my cart. Those are on wheels, so I can move those out of the way. And I have my little folder here, the black thing, which is where I keep all my files. So I keep all my receipts, all my forms, if I'm on the phone, I have a phone form. I have a taken order form. I have order supply form. I have my all the forms is in that cart. So if I need a form, and everything is labeled, that is key. I have my little laborer. Oh, am I saying that right? Labeler. And I label everything so I know where it is. Now that I know where everything is, I don't really need to, but if I need to send someone to find something for me, hey, look in the file that says lighting and take out all of my lighting supplies. And this is actually my lighting file, and this is my office supplies, and these are my knickknacks. I have a tape and glue drawer because I go through so much tape and glue. I need a drawer for that. So again, knowing where to find stuff. So this is my inflation area. I'll pull out my equipments when I need them, and that's where I do most of my inflating. And I think I closed the whole file here. Hold on.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. So I have different areas, and so I have my office area as well. That's where I do all my office work. I have all my magazines, so if I need inspiration, they're right there. I have a rainbow balloon that I order from, so I keep their magazine real handy, and I actually have several computers that I work on. So I have a Windows computer, I have a Mac computer, I have my iPad, and everything. And again, everything is on wheels, so I could quickly move this out of the way. So now, for the main area, which is the supply area, this is where I keep all my machine. If I need glue dots, if I need balloon shine, if I need high float, I even have a sewing machine there. Don't ask me what I use that
You're
for.
prepared for everything.
But I have everything here. So if I need a piece of equipment, I know exactly where to look. And that's kind of tucked away. I also have my balloon area, which is what everybody really loves. So I'm going to actually go out here to balloon organize. So this is my Sterilite drawers that I bought from Walmart, and I actually bought them when they were on sale, so I didn't spend a lot. And I look for sales to buy stuff. So I bought these, and they could pull apart, and you can restack them. And that's the thing that I love. So I can make these as high as I need to or as short as I need to. So they could really fit in your space. So what I do, I have everything coordinated. This is my 5-inch. These are my 9-inch coming down to 11-inch. All of this is 11-inch. Then I move over here and I have my 16-inch, 24-inch coming all the way down to my 30-inch, and then I have my entertainer balloons right here. So I know, so I could fit my entire supplies of latex balloons in there. And you could fit maybe about 20 balloons per draw. They're really cool. And it's to the point where if you tell me, Ava, go and get a lilac or go get a spring lilac purple 11-inch, I just know where to go. So I have everything organized that well.
Well, Ava,
And when you have everything,
thank you for
sure,
showing
go
us your
ahead.
space. It's great.
Yeah, thank you. But again, I label everything. So this is a piece of my foil cabinet or my foil cart, and this is like the space that I keep all my foils in. So I label everything, and I know where everything is.
Great.
Okay. So that's my workspace, and that's how I function. I have my desk, my inflation area, my supplies, my equipments. Everything is within arm's reach, so I don't have to run upstairs, run downstairs, go in another room. I kind of like to keep everything in one place, and that's how I do it. So this is my my foil cabinet. So you could see even that is on wheels because, pull it out, take it somewhere. And I love the draws because sometimes I'll take the whole draw with me on a work site. Yeah, you never know. Can never have too much. So how do I keep all of this organized, right? I use this wonderful app called uh, Inventory Systems 2015. It's only available on Apple. Sorry, folks, but I do have some great apps for Androids as well. But because I use the Apple product, it's what I'm more familiar with, and I love this because I can create new inventory. I can open an old one. I can import, export. I have everything that I need. Backup, awesome. So I love that. What does this look like on the inside? Once I open an inventory, I have different labels. So this is my Balloon Planet inventory, nothing there as yet. My quick links, large letters, bubbles, foils, and regular foils. I don't inventory my latex balloons. I only keep track of my supplies, only because I'm not going to count on 100 balloons. I'm just not going to do it. So I go by the bag. So that's how I do it. And once I have, if you saw in the previous photos, I had some balloons on top of those carts. Those are my extras, and that's where I'll pull from. And I love this app because again, I can see that I have 6 pieces. This is how much it cost me, not how much I sell it for. No. And I know where it is. It's in my foil cart, so I'll know, okay, that's where I need to go. And I have a photo of the balloon because I have no idea what serial number 11784 is. But if I look at the balloon, I'm like, oh, know which one. Go grab it. And I'll even tell you where it is. It's on the right side of draw number 2. I order from Balloon Planet. I'm sorry, I order from Rainbow Balloons. So they use catalogs, so you have to know what page to look on to find your items. So I put that in. This is customized fields, right? So I can put whatever I want it to be here. So I just put distributor, a catalog page, and a minimum order, just so that I can know if I need to reorder, I have the option of a 5-pack or a 10-pack. So this is why I love this app because, again, instead of me going into a draw, counting out, finding, ooh, do I have this in stock? Do I don't have this in stock? I just go to my app and it tells me what I have. So yes, that's how I do it. So I love this app. And to go organizing, these are some of the items that I use to keep myself organized. I call this is basically a black card, a black organizer that is typically used for crafts, but I love the bag because it holds all of my stuff. This bag never goes empty. It's always filled. It's always ready to go. And because I need to be able to move and go make a delivery or, do something really quick, I keep this bag stacked with all of the things that I could possibly think I will need on a job site minus my equipment. So scissors, tape, high flow, balloon shine. I have every type of glue in this bag. I have wire cutters, I have clips, I have staplers, I have hammer. I have my little hammer right there. I have everything in this bag, so I love the fact that I could just quickly grab and go. This never gets empty. If I have bigger stuff to do, to carry, so this is what it looks like. Okay, if I have bigger stuff to carry, I actually use this bag. That's what it looks like, but for me, this is what I put in there. I could fit my balloon stuffer, I could fit my Ziplocs, I fit my balloons, I could even do my heat sealer. So if I need to carry any bigger stuff with me, I'll take this bag with me. And that's how I keep organized. So once I book a job, I'm packed and I'm ready to go.
That's great. I love your
So that's
bags.
cool. And you know what? They look really cool walking into, a venue. I don't have to be going back and forth to the car, back and forth, back and forth. So I really love that. So again, so how do I keep my clients organized, right? Because that's what everybody wants to know.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, here we are. Okay, so I actually use something called 17 hats. And this is the video that you can watch for the overview, but I'm actually going to take you to a screenshot.
Cool. And that's one of the
Let me
one
find
things
it.
that we wanted to make sure you all know is that with 17 Hats, it has some great videos and things that you can watch about how to use the system. And it also has a great customer service department to help you out. So if you decide to give it a try, know that you've got that resource there that you can ask the company direct how to use things and to watch their videos to help you get started.
Okay, so this is the interface for 17 hats. And this is how it looks when you log in. So the first thing you see greets you, hey Ava, here is what you have coming up. I have nothing. But so it will tell you your life cycle reminders, and this is just important things that I want to keep on top of. So I need to contact Nancy, I need to contact Everett, and we'll tell you what important stuff you have coming up. Workflow, these are things that you need to approve. So I need to approve all these follow-ups so I could follow up with my clients and ask them how their party was and if they had a great time and etc. These are leads. So I got this lead today, and I can click on it, and this is from my contact form on my website. So all of the information here is basically from filling out this contact form on my website. So they fill it out, and the information comes right into the app. I know who they are. I have their email, their telephone, when is their event, the time, the venue, is it indoor, outdoor? That's an important question because yeah, so I could knock off what they can have it if it's outdoor. Like, yeah, you're not going to get this string of pearl arch. What type of event, what their color, what they're looking for. She left out the budget, so let's hope it's endless. So we'll definitely have that conversation. And she mentioned a coupon that I offer, 10% if you book three months in advance. How did you find me? And then she gives me a lot of details about the event. So I can go ahead and just create a project and start working that file, and you could see my life cycle. So I get a new contact, I create a project, I create a quote, a contract, an invoice, and then right here is where I order and gather supply. Like, I don't do anything until I get my money. So that's your life cycle. So this is like your personal assistant. Like, it does everything for you. It tells you what you need to do. It tells you what's going on. It tells you what's next, and it's integrated. You could go ahead and take a look. It has email integration. It has calendar integration. It uses PayPal. You get your money in 2 business days. You have templates that you can create. It is, I mean, awesome. Templates is my biggest thing. So I have like 100 different templates for every different situation that I can think of. I have a template for it. So when a client, if I need to respond to a client, I can go ahead, I could just click on the lead. All right, I'm going to respond to Deborah, and I'm going to, let's say I'm going to send her, I'm going to reply here. So I'll hit reply, and then I have my templates, and here's my template. I could do a general response. I'll type in whatever I need, or I could do a follow-up, or I could say, you know, these are the different, so if I spoke to her, here is the thing, thank you for contacting Ava, it was great speaking to you, blah, 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 visit our website. So I don't have to spend time typing and what am I going to say. I kind of like have a template for everything. So that's 17 hats,
While you're
and
right
I
there,
love
real
it.
quick,
So,
Ava, one of the
mhm.
questions that somebody asked me was on the life cycle, are those tabs standard in the program, or are you able to
No,
change what
you
those headers are?
Here it is. You can edit it. So this is the life cycle that I created for myself. You can go in and you can edit anything. You can duplicate it, whatever you want it to be. This is just a typical life cycle that I go through. You know, I get a new lead, I create a project, I send you an invoice, you sign my contract, you pay the invoice, I gather the supplies, and then I'm done. I show up, create, and then my next thing is the follow-up. And if you know, once everything is done, then it will tell me that, hey, you have a workflow to approve. And that's where these emails come from, because I've gone through the life cycle with all of these clients, and now the next thing for me to do is to follow up with them. And I'm done. This system will even send reminders. So if I send a quote to you and it passed the due date, the system will tell you that, hey, just a friendly reminder, you have an outstanding quote, or your quote is about to expire, or your quote has expired. And you know what? I don't even have to spend a lot of time, what I would say, running down a customer. I let my system do it for me, because every email that is sent to a client, I get a copy. So I know what my system is doing. I know that, oh, she didn't pay her invoice, or oh, she just paid her invoice, or great. And my system will do that for me. So again, especially if you're self-employed, if you work by yourself and you don't have an office manager or an office assistant, you know what? Everybody think it's me and probably like 10 other guys in the back. And it's just me. But this is what my system does for me, and that's why I love it, because it just does everything that I need. It's really like my assistant.
And Ava, how long have you been using 17 Hats?
I have been using them for, I think it's going on maybe about 8 months. I tried Manager Sal. I used to do my own uh, Word documents and emailing, and once I found 17 Hats, I can't even tell you where I found it. I just found it and I'm really happy I did. But once I found it and I watched the videos, and I'm like, huh, I could use this for balloons. And I kind of went in and I'm like, this is awesome. And since I started to use it till now, there are so many enhancements. They listen to you. If you tell them, hey, we want to be able to see a picture when we send a quote, if enough people go in and vote for that, they will implement it. So I love the fact that they're very responsive, and you can almost vote them into doing stuff that it's beneficial to our industry. So I think it's a great, great, great app.
Well, thank you for sharing it.
Yeah, I love it. And that's it. So again, here I have everything on wheels. I put my my office desk on wheels so I could wheel it out. So again, everything on wheels. Balloon, you saw the system that I use to organize my balloons. There are other systems available. I know that this is one that I saw on Facebook that I thought was really cool. And I think Janice used to be a pharmacist, so they keep their balloons, they used to keep their stuff in bags. So, think about stuff at work. When I go out to a store, I'm looking at the way they organize stuff. I'm constantly looking like, oh, I like that. Oh, that looks cool. I don't know. It's almost as if when you go out and you look at a venue and you're like, they need balloons here, or I could put balloons here. It's the same way I think about organizing. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like that cart. It's on wheels. So I'm always looking at anything that I can incorporate to make life easier. So that's the key with being organized, knowing where to find things, making your life easier, spending less time looking for stuff and more time making money with your clients.
That is wonderful. Were there any other things that you wanted to show us before we?
So I wanted to, so just some key important stuff with business. I actually use Google Voice, which allows me to have an independent phone. So if you're using your cell phone, you can get a free number, a new number that will ring directly to your cell phone, but it's your business line. The area that I'm in, people are very territorial, and my cell phone number is like a 646 number, the area code, and where I am, it's a 203 area code, and 203, they are not calling a 646. So I had to get a new number so that people could feel as if I'm local. So I don't want to change my personal cell phone, so I got this. It's free. It costs $0. You get your voicemail. If somebody leaves you a voice message, they will text it to your cell phone so you can read it. You don't have to go in and listen. It's just awesome. So that's how, I know when my clients are calling and when my friends are calling, because it will, once you pick up the phone, it will say, you have a call. Do you want to take the call? Press 1, or do you want to send it to voicemail? Press 2. So sometimes I'll send it to voicemail, and if they're leaving a voice message and something I really want to hear, like I can jump in, I can press star and pick up the call, like, oh, hey, Stephanie, how are you? So I really love Google Voice. And another thing that I wanted to touch on, guys, and this is for everybody, it's really about education. I have, you know, part of being organized is knowing what you're doing. So if you're going to create something that you've never created before, waiting until the day off or the day before to say, oh, could somebody help me with this? It's not going to work. It's just, I've done it and it didn't work for me. I almost lost a job because of it. And once that happened to me, I said never again. So what I do is I keep my I have this wonderful thing where I keep what's called balloon inspirations, and I save pictures of everything that I've found on Facebook, on Pinterest. So some of you guys might see your own designs here. Don't worry, I didn't steal it. I just saved it. So that I could say, you know what? I would love to create this arch one day. I'm going to save it. And if I have the time, I'll even create it just to get my size in, know how many balloons I need. So when I'm not busy, I go in here and I look at stuff that I really love. Oh, I really love this. And I'll create one and I'll take a photo of it, the one that I created, and I'll put it on my website and I'll sell it. I'll try to sell it. So these are, again, being organized, just, anything that you see that you really love, save it. Use it as something that you want to sell. I actually just sold this for a lady that's turning 100. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, you kidding me? Good for her and good for me because now I get to create this beautiful design that I've seen, that I've loved, and I can't wait to do it. So again, education, practice, being organized, it all means money in your pocket.
Excellent. Well, Ava, thank you. And I think just to make sure I clarify on this is that these are things that she has found online that she likes, and she has in an inspiration folder. These are not photos that she's putting up on her Facebook. She's not posting
No.
them on her website as her own work, but it's something that she's keeping privately as her inspiration book. So I just want to make sure, especially since this is getting recorded and people will see that, I don't want you to misunderstand. She does not have this posted anywhere publicly, and she's not claiming that it's her work. It's her inspirations to be able to then go buy a bag of balloons, practice it, and sell the idea to a client. So Ava, I love that you do that you take the extra step of practicing what you see and what you like, because after having that situation where you weren't able to create things exactly the way you wanted to, you decided it was important to do that practicing. So I think that's a great tip.
Yep, I buy DVDs. I buy instructions. I'm going to the World Convention this year. I've been to Jill Short Reed's corporate decor class. So I'm constantly looking at ways that I can, learn new stuff because I'm really passionate about this industry. My work, when somebody calls me and they're like, oh my gosh, I saw your website, I love your work. And sometimes they'll say, I know you're expensive. And I'm like, good, yes, I am. I want to be. I'm glad you could see that. So really, when your clients see your work that you produce and it's good quality, they'll pay because they can see that this is quality. But you really can't expect them to want to pay for something that it doesn't, doesn't have that look of quality. And that's, in my area, I have a lot of high-end clients. So, and I have some pretty good balloon decorators, as my competitor. So I know I have to come really good. So I invest. I invest because it's just worth it. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. So
Excellent.
I do it.
Ava, thank you so much for giving us this tour this evening. Is there anything else before I change back control of the?
No, we're all good. Thank you all for attending. I look forward to the follow-up, and I hope this was helpful. I hope, each of you found one thing, at least one thing that you can incorporate and use to make, your profession a little bit easier, your job easier. So hopefully this was beneficial, and I am so, so, so happy and blessed to do this because I love balloons. I love what I do. Oh my gosh, I love what I do. So yeah.
Well, Ava, thank you so much for your time and showing us your organization. For those of you who are watching this as a recording, and for those of you who are on live, just to let you know, there will be a blog that I'm going to post that's going to have all the links that Ava had talked about with 17 hats and with the programs that she uses for inventory, so that you'll be able to look at that blog on ballooncoach.com. And to let you know about other classes that we offer, this is a mini free webinar. Our regular classes happen once a month, and we always have a guest speaker. Our next one coming up is on February 23rd, and it is about Step Up Your Business, and it's developing systems, training, efficiency, and productivity. And it's different ways that Diana from Knoxville, Tennessee has put in place over the last 10 years with her business. What's great is I've actually gone and watched her in action have staff meetings. I've seen the paperwork that she's put together and the systems that are very, very detailed to help her be very, very productive and efficient. And if you're a one-person operation, as Ava was talking about today, being organized and having systems in place is very, very key. So Diana is going to really expand on some great ways that you can develop those systems that work best for you. And then the other thing that we do is we're going to get to have a fun 3-day hands-on workshop with Balloons by Tommy this summer in June, the 23rd through the 26th. And so you can go on to ballooncoach.com to find out more about that event. And if you're one of those people that you're like, I love balloons, I love what I'm doing with my business, but my phone's not ringing as much as I want it to be, I'm just not really sure how to go out there and capture the clients that I want, then coaching is something that you may want to look into. I offer elite one-on-one and group coaching programs where I meet with you either twice a week or maybe 3 hours in a month, or with our group coaching twice a month. And check out the different levels, see what appeals to you, and then send me an email at joette@ballooncoach.com, and I'll be glad to set up a time where you and I can talk to see how I might be able to help you grow your business. Bottom line is ballooncoach.com is here to help you guys grow your businesses. I want our industry to go to the next level, so I continually put up a blog at least once a month. There's lots of back articles. In fact, if you search Ava's name, you'll find a blog that she had been featured in the past for going to taking a video of Steve Jones and then making that item and then actually selling it. So if you haven't checked out my blog, I encourage you to look at that and just see a lot of the information that's out there and other people who've been sharing their sales successes on the blog. So Ava, again, thank you so much for your time tonight and letting us know how you have things set up in your area. I know a lot of people have learned from that, and I wish all of you guys great success in the industry and look forward to seeing you guys on our next webinar. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night.
Good night.